Young, the one who do it. Numbers don't lie. That's the movement. Now let's get to it. We got a situation now. I guess Hassan Campbell was talking about battle rap. He's popping on the internet now. So he believes that he can understand how to get battle rappers more bread. I guess with whatever he said, he offended the ex battle rap league owner, ARP. And he's the owner of RBE, Rare Breed Entertainment. So we're gonna get into it and we're gonna see exactly what was said. And then we're gonna break it down.
You know, it's no fucking different in here, D. It's no fucking different. Hassan Campbell don't know. Right. So it's easy for somebody from the outside looking in and says, Geechi Gotti's in jail right now. Y'all are a billion-dollar industry. If I had access to y'all, I would make millions off of y'all. And I'm offended by that because he almost makes it sound like the other league owners that come through battle rap and actually know what they're doing, you know, as if we pillaged the battle rappers. You know, as if somebody like me hasn't taken a shit of losses while because was making money off of my money. When I spend it to put it together, I go home in the red and you go home in the fucking green. The Hassan Campbell don't know what the he's talking about. He's from the outside looking in.
Facts. So just to add to that, man, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Speaking of this whole situation came up because of Geechi Gotti. I actually had the opportunity to talk to Geechi Gotti when I was throwing events, putting events together, which was literally, I was throwing events literally last year. I'm getting back into it now. Been doing it for about 3 years in LA because I'm from New York, but I've been doing it for about 3 years in LA. But yeah, when I was chopping it up with Geechi Gotti, I know how to make money off of parties. I know how to make money off of like rap events. I know how to make money off of like comedy shows. So I'm doing all of these marketplaces, you know, where there's a whole bunch of vendors that pop out. But battle rap, it's a little rougher. You know what I mean? If you're not really from that shit, if you don't do it on the daily, even if you do it on the daily, you might fuck around and lose your money. So I understand what he's saying with that. What he said, he put all his money into that, and then people might run off with some shit. You know what I mean? That makes sense to me.
And he's looking at the talent, which is stellar.
Pause for a second. I'm not just looking at the talent. I'm looking at the internet, these YouTube streets. I'm looking at something called the algorithm. The algorithm is not being fed. The algorithm works 24 hours a day. Y'all not putting out 24 hours worth of content when you have enough people to create content. See, I'm a nigga that can sit up there and speak and say what I'm saying because I've actually made $1 million myself. I'm self-made. I'm self-made on this internet. So yes, I can give a perspective from where I can see content creators, YouTubers, battle rappers making more money on YouTube where they started at. Yes, I have a right to be able to sit up there and say, I see avenues and see ways that I can make money and I can eat off of them the same way you're eating off of them. But continue on.
To cover the leagues more than, cover the battle rappers more than. You said if you have access to them, you would make millions. You do have access to them. They're just private contractors. Call them. Bluffing. And you don't know shit. Goods, don't big up no Hassan Campbell like that because he shouted out a couple names. Hassan Campbell still got a goof troop legacy. That's a guy that did interviews talking about there's 5 of us in this room. One of us is the same guy that put.
Hold up. Let's pause right there. When I was in that room with academics, I never said it was 5 of us. You said it was 5 of us. In that room, there was 100 niggas. At that table, academics, me, right? Academics, me, Tekashi 6ix9ine. Academics had a get off me case, a get off me investigation. Tekashi 6ix9ine had a get off me case. What is you talking about? But it's niggas like you.
I ain't gonna lie though. The names he just said, yeah, you was sitting in a room with a bunch of goofies, man. Ain't no real niggas looking at them niggas and being like, yo, they solid. It's just not happening. I'm sorry. Academics, 6ix9ine, and then some people don't rock with you, Hassan. So you know what I mean? he might have had a point there. You know what I mean? If that's what you call legendary.
Take the truth and flipped it, right? Because that's what you just did. So when y'all seen that video, y'all wasn't looking at the 100 niggas that was behind the camera that was standing there. That's what y'all missed out on, and y'all over.
Yo, how can you actually look at the 100 niggas behind the camera? That don't even make sense, bro. Yo, this nigga is funny, bro. How you gonna look at the 100 niggas that we can't see, that we don't know? We watching the screen facing y'all. We watching the video facing y'all. And you talking about 100 niggas behind the scenes that you did not mention. You just mentioning this for the first time. Keep it a buck.
Look, the fact that Tekashi had a case already and so did academics. Now, did I just make my point, or did you just try to make me look stupid?
I think he made the point that you sitting chilling with dudes that could be referred to as goofies. So when you associate with that, you can kind of be called the same thing. Like, you open to that evaluation. Whoever you hang out with, whoever your circle is, it reflects on you. You can't act like that's not a fact. Like, that's not true. If niggas see you hanging out with a snitch, they're gonna be like, yo, what's up with bro? Because that's a reflection on you, because you hanging out with that guy. If they seeing you hanging out with a pedophile, yo, what's up with you, bro? Why are you hanging out with bro? You gonna look crazy. So your company that you keep, it does mean something, man. It does mean something. Let's not get that twisted.
Put it in the comment section. Put it in the comment section. That's why you can't look at videos that has been manipulated and edited. You can call me a goof, right? But was Geechi Gotti a goof when he decided to go rob a pharmacy? Why he didn't call you up and say, yo, can you?
I ain't gonna lie to you. That's questionable. I don't really know what his circumstances is, but I was really confused. Like, why are you all the way in Ohio when you from California robbing some shit that you had? Like, the dudes that he was with, if y'all seen the video with Geechi Gotti, I ain't gonna lie, it looked all of them dudes look like straight demons, straight zombies. Look like this is just what they do. He was the only one that had a light on him. He was the only one that looked like he's not supposed to be doing that. For real. Like, when I looked at the situation, I'm like, yo, he the only person I could see the thoughts running through his mind when he's sitting there and he got snatched up. It's like, what the fuck? What was I thinking, bro? Why did I do this situation? This made no sense. Everyone else looked like, yo, another one about to do this little bid, you know what I'm saying? That's what they look like.
Front me some money for the next battle so I don't have to go rob and steal somebody's prescriptions. There's somebody sick that was out there that needed their medication, and that nigga was so down and out, couldn't turn to nobody, that he went and took sick people medicine. But I'm the goof. See, when I broke down on the internet, or rather in the middle of those projects, and got shot and went to the hospital. Some of y'all said I didn't get shot.
Did he say somebody was sick, that he had to steal the medication for somebody? I don't know if he just said that. Hold on.
Sick people medicine. But I'm the goof. See,
hold on.
I don't have to go rob and steal somebody's prescriptions. There's somebody sick that was out there that needed their medication, and that nigga was so down and out, couldn't turn to nobody, that he went and took sick people medicine. But I'm the—
I think what he's saying is he was taken from the sick people. I don't think he's saying the medication was for somebody that needed it in his family or something like that. I got it twisted a little bit. He was just talking too fast. But proceed, Hassan, proceed.
The goof? See, when I broke down on the internet, or rather in the middle of those projects, it got shot and went to the hospital. Some of y'all said I didn't get shot. Some of y'all said I did. But one thing I do know is I woke up with damn near $100,000 in the next day in my cash app. Who's the goof? When I cry, the crowd wipe away my tears. Because that's what it's all about. See, in real life, you would never say the things that what you're saying on the internet. Anybody that really knows me, you wouldn't say that to my face and walk away with your teeth. We're not even built the same like that. I've been to jail for multiple bodies in jail. You a battle rap league nigga. But it ain't even about that. Because I don't understand why you decided to get so violent. Why did you take something so personal? Because the battle rappers that you employed started having conversations and they realized that, you know, you dudes that's supposed to be their bosses, you're not treating them niggas right. They feeling some type of way. Oh yeah, they've been feeling some type of way. That's why you took it so personal and got so salty, because I don't even know you and never even said anything about you. When I think of battle rap, I think about not you, my nigga. But I get it. You came into smack world, you copied the style, but you couldn't copy the respect. That's why you sit up here on the internet talking about you put money into battles and niggas left with the bag and you was in the rag. That's not my...
Yo, but if people really did that, if there was battle rappers really doing that, which I heard is a fact, that's factual, that battle rappers was actually taking money, you know, setting up battles and just running off with the bread, scamming smaller leagues and all of that shit. Shouldn't they be accountable for their actions? Like, for real, if we talking about business, if we talking about making something commercial, whatever you do, if we're in the same ring, in the same arena, you affecting me. You're affecting my business. So it does have to get to the point where battle rappers are actually checking other battle rappers. That's the only way we gonna see this shit really take off to the next level. Because right now, I'll be honest, like, I've been watching this shit. I've been watching battle rap since back in the day, and it's just not, it's not the same, man. This shit is watered down to me. A lot of these niggas is really like, it's a lot of weirdos now that be rapping. But I come from the era back in the day, you know what I'm saying, when niggas was outside, getting it busy in the streets, Murder Mook, T-Rex, you know what I mean? I'm from New York. I'm from the real shit, where I would go outside, and I was battle rapping before battle rap even popped off. And Fight Club, all of that shit, you know what I'm saying? So you couldn't just be a soft, fake-ass nigga trying to rap and coming up with all this fake-ass shit. But I'm getting off topic. I'm gonna get back to that later.
My fault that I can see other ways of making money off of battle rappers than you. I just don't indulge in battle rap because it's not my thing. I would love to work with some of them battle rappers and get some bread. If I've made $1 million off of me, you think I can't make $1 million off of them? That's your fault if you can't see where I can see merchandise at. That's your fault when you can't see where I can see them doing podcasts.
I feel him though. I feel Hassan, and I actually feel ARP on this joint too. I feel ARP and I feel Hassan. ARP definitely is gonna feel like you're bluffing because you're not coming from the same background. You've never actually dealt with none of these people. You've never done anything for them. And you've had the opportunity, you've had your platform for a long time. You've been on the internet for a minute and you've only promoted yourself. So what that tells me, I mean, me being a smart business person, if a nigga only knows how to, like, just because you know how to show yourself and promote yourself and make money off yourself, it doesn't mean that that's going to translate to the next person who's in a field that you have no idea about. So I can kind of see both. I see both angles, but then I also see ARP, where he was a struggling battle rap league owner, obviously, because he stopped doing it. If it was working out very well, I think he would continue to do it. He would still be doing that shit today. So some things must have been wrong, and he must have not been able to come back from those things. So maybe both of them are right in a way, though, because he has to have some kind of intellect and some kind of expertise when it comes to battle rap, because he's done it for a long time. I think he was doing battle rap for at least like 10 years. And he was competing with Smack. But, you know, it's ups and downs in business. Everything that looks great isn't always great. I know for me, sometimes I'm throwing a big ass event. It's like 700 people in the building. It looks beautiful. We got all these different brands. And it looks like we making money, like we clocking dollars, because some of the spots is like 1,500. It's 1,500 for a slot, but you breaking it down with so many people. You breaking that money down with so many people. And I think a lot of people that watch battle rap, they don't really understand what goes into all of that shit. Think about it. If you got to fly somebody out, if you got to pay for their hotel, you know what I'm saying? Pay for their food, pay for the venue, pay for a fucking person that's going to do the sound, pay for a person that's going to break everything down. All the, you know, it's just so many, the security. I could go on and on and on and on. There's so many different fees that probably come with that. I've never actually done the battle rap, like I said, but I've done events, and I know it always is it's way more than y'all think. Everyone that's getting entertained, they think it's easy. You know what I'm saying? So when you watch this shit, it looks like it's nothing. Even with the content creating. Myself, before I got into content creation, I'm like, that shit easy. Going on the internet, being a YouTuber, streamer, all you do is just sit there. You feel me? And just say some shit. Nah. Y'all try to go do that shit yourself. Y'all try to really do that shit yourself. It's totally different when you get into it. And you realize there's a reason why some people are up here and some people never even make it to the middle. You know what I'm saying? I had to go off on a little rant.
That's your fault if you can't see. Like Kayshawn, for example, right? What's his story? What's his upbringing? I don't know. He has a story to tell. There's money in that. This is what the internet is for. This is what we do. I told my story and got rich. Now you telling me all these elite battle rappers can't do the same thing? No, it's just that you niggas y'all like Sally with the one-track mind. You're like Sally with the one-track mind, and you can't figure out how to bring everything to the table. Y'all niggas is doing the same thing over and over again. There's other ways of getting money out of these battle rappers. Y'all won't stick together. All y'all do is come get on stage, spit your battle, and go home. No, there's more money than that. There's way more money. You can't sit up there and call me a lame because I'm self-made. I don't live in the projects no more. I live in the suburb. When I went outside, it stuck my tripod out,
it's
and
the
niggas
suburbs,
threw bottles out the
nigga,
window.
not the suburbs.
The next day, people threw money into.
Yo, man. Shout out to my people, man. Y'all got to do better. It's the suburbs, nigga. The suburb, not the suburbs. Or whatever he said. I don't even know I can't even say it the way he said it. It was so bad. But we got to do better, man. We got to do better with the language, man. We need to get our efficiency when it comes up to literacy way better. Way better. I'm an advocate
to my
for that.
Cash App and to my bank account. Make it make sense. I did. You just couldn't see the math. It was adding up either way. Even when I take a loss, I win, my nigga. Put it in the comment section. It is what it is. That's my take on the situation.
Put it in the comment section.
Instead of taking shots at me, why don't you give me a call and say, yo, what do you got in mind?
China Brim. Shout out to my man China Brim. I was just talking to him the other day. Definitely gave me some insights, you know what I'm saying, on the game. So shout out to that. Shout out to China and the 050 movement. You know what I mean?
My nigga, I tell you one thing where you messing up at. When I look at your YouTube page, in between battles, nobody wants to see you, my nigga. When they come to my YouTube page, they're coming directly for me. I built this whole page, this whole empire, 500,000 highs by myself. You built it with battle rappers. So being that you have a platform based off of battle rappers, there should be more content on your platform with these battle rappers. That's my take on the situation. It is what it is. You took it personal. You can copy niggas' style, but you can't copy their respect. RESPECT? Yeah, it is what it is. You're not Smack. You came in another nigga league. On these YouTube streets, I created these avenues, I created these streets, and I created this lane. This is my shit. It is what it is, man. Any of y'all battle rappers out there want to sit down and want to figure out how to make more money off of YouTube instead of being like your man's Geechi Gotti, being down and out on his luck and can't come back to the boss and ask the boss for a front for some money? He had to go get it how he lived it, and now he in jail locked up. I'm the goofy, but I'm home with my kids. Meanwhile, your employee sitting in jail. CO, I'm out.
Yeah, I mean, my initial take is gonna definitely hold true. Before I get to the goof stuff, as I said, you don't know battle rap. You don't know our culture. You don't. You're an employee. You know, Geechi has never even battled on RBE before. You probably don't know that. When you said you came into Smack's league, you probably think like it's an NBA. No, we all are independent companies. We all have our own leagues, our own platforms, our own company.
Facts. There's leagues everywhere. There's leagues in almost every state, I believe. You know what I mean? There's leagues overseas too. They got joints in London. Battle rap is growing. So I feel him on that. It's definitely not like the NBA. Nobody owns that shit. Smack was one of the first, and he was the biggest. I think he's still the biggest right now.
companies. Like you could see my own page. Speaking of my own page, when you say, when I look at your page, I don't see the battle rappers. They don't come to see you, etc. Buddy, I'm fucking retired. I don't know if you missed the fucking memo. I don't know if you know battle rap that well. I mean, I know that you don't know battle rap. And I'm going to get at you and people like you for that in a second. But when you talk about who's front and center of this page, buddy, if you browse the page, it's evident. Okay? It's fucking evident. Forget the front page with all the big stuff, all the big topics, big blogs, big cards, big battles, and forget that. Like, you know YouTube. I'll give you credit for that. You've done very well for yourself on YouTube. One thing you'll come to learn about me is I don't lie on no fucking man. I could hate somebody guts. I don't lie on a nigga. Okay, you know YouTube. I probably watched you more than maybe you've watched me as an individual, and I'm fine with that. I'm so secure with that. But as far as content, you know, on YouTube, just come to the playlists. Look at these playlists. Do you see all these events? Do you see all these cards? Do you see all these battle rappers that earned money with Rare Breed Entertainment over the last 11 years, pretty much, 11 years plus? Do you see all these playlists? This is our work. This is our legacy. This is the artists and the employees that you think, that's how they're categorized, coming through RBE and making a statement. This is why I am one of the best league owners in battle rap history. This is why Rare Breed Entertainment is one of the best battle rap platforms in battle rap history. You are right.
I ain't gonna front. RBE is pretty popping. I definitely liked a lot of the battles that he put on, and the quality, and it was a different vibe. It was always a very different vibe than Smack. Yeah, RBE, man, pop your shit. ARP, pop your shit. Why not?
Smack will forever be known as the top brand and name. Notice I said brand and name, and that's not to take anything from them. I'm very confident in my company. You said, I'm not Smack. If you came in here, you would know. Every fan would tell you, ARP ain't Smack. We're night and day, and I'm proud of that. I'm pretty sure he's proud of that too. URL is considered the biggest battle rap company. You're dealing with a very secure, confident, successful man. So the URL stuff doesn't work with me. My fans, battle rap culture, they know that about me. I'm not insecure about.
Yeah, that's some real man shit. You know, when you're a real man and people send shots at you, but you know that's not who you are, it's not gonna affect you. It's not gonna make you feel any type of way because you know who you are. It's a lot of people walking this earth right now who don't know who the hell they are. They don't know what the hell they doing or why. That's why they get upset. That's why they react so quick. That's why even the men are acting like females, because they don't know who they are. You know what I mean? And everything affects their feelings. So many people is getting jammed up over feelings. They go into jail over feelings because they don't know how to regulate their feelings or process their thoughts. You know what I'm saying? And it's important. It's very important that we have to process our thoughts properly, man. First thing it starts with, I gotta talk about this today. It starts with your diet. It starts with your diet, your lifestyle, what you do every day. You know what I'm saying? If you don't take care of your body, you can't take care of your mind. Right now, I'm on a water fast. I'm on a 7-day water fast. I'm on day number 5. You know what I'm saying? So I'm locked in. My discipline is on another level. But I need this in order to do this. Sometimes you got to take care of certain things that you wouldn't do normally to get yourself to another level. If you're trying to do that, if you're trying to be successful. But yeah, regulate your life, man. Y'all out there listening right now, put all that fast food down. Put all the drinking. You know what I mean? I'm not saying don't drink ever. I'm not saying don't have fun. I'm not saying don't turn up. But take care of yourself. If you look crazy, if you sloppy, get it together, man. It's only you that could do that. It's only you to do that. And if you a man, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. You gotta look right. Because everybody can see that's the first thing somebody sees when they dealing with you, whether it be a woman, whether it be business, whether it be going to work, whether it's just out in the world. People will want to help you more when you look good. And when you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, you do good. But I just had to get that off real quick. Pause.
Any other league, because what I've done is already groundbreaking and written into books, literally. We have a fan base around the world, but so do you. So I'm not trying to compete with you because you're self-made and you made $1 million. Just one? But I don't want to do the money thing with you either.
That's the slick talk right there. When you throw in the jab and you act like you didn't want to do it. You wanted to do it, man. You processed that, ARP. That was smooth.
It's all kind of corny. Like,
Pop
who the fuck
shit.
cares? You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about why you and I are crossing paths at this moment. It's not serious to me. You know,
talk about it.
Your voice was pretty elevated, and maybe mine was initially too. And I'm going to get to my apology in the thumbnail. Some people are probably expecting sarcasm with that, maybe just a little bit. But I do have a form of an apology for you. Just hang out for a second. The thing about Geechi Gotti, the reason why we have a problem with the Hassan Campbells of the world is because you weren't able to call my bluff in multiple things that I said that you replayed. One,
I want to invite you to a free trading and investing workshop right here in Los Angeles.
Yes, sir. Let's get right back to it.
You don't cover battle rap until it's this. Now, as much as we inner fight, as much as we all get at each other, as much as the leagues fight, the battle rappers fight, we get into it every fucking day. One thing that we're decent about, we're kind of decent about it, is like protecting home. Similar to like when the outside world was calling out battle rappers like they are now and saying, ain't no money in battle rap. Y'all don't make no money, blah, 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 blah. And then people like me and Hitman Holla posted up like a transaction for like $450,000 from one event, right? That's us sticking up for battle rap. Like, we in a fight, but we kind of hold each other down when it's time. If I look at people like Hassan Campbell, DJ Academics, Joe Button Podcasts, all addressing the Geechi Gotti situation. If you look within our culture, which you don't really have connections and eyes into, which is very clear to me, and that's fine. You're in your lane. You're doing content. Even the video that you posted up with me 3 hours later or whatever, it's content. My video right now is content. You know content the same way I do, okay? We're talking to each other over cameras right fucking now, okay? But the issue that we have in reality, though, outside of content, is when people over criticize and judge the arena, the business, how things go, what we shoulda, coulda, woulda, and you guys that claim to have made $1 million and be so self-made and be dominating these YouTube streets, you didn't do nothing for these motherfuckers until you had content. See, me, yes, my Geechi videos can absolutely be categorized as content. I'm the real one in here. Ask around. I'm the realist in here. Ask around. Well, there's a couple of me's in here. I don't want to just claim king like that. Somebody get mad at me. One of my peers, not yours, my peers. But you don't do shit for us content-wise. Did you promote an event? The person that you bigging up, I don't want to say nothing disrespectful. I'll get to my apology in a second. When's the last time you promoted a smack event? He's got an event coming up. They just announced Ill Will versus Tay-Rock. As a matter of fact, before you came out with your shit today, URL is considered my ops.
I could have swore, though, I think he's responding to the wrong point. I think Hassan Campbell was saying that battle rappers could make money and they should make money on content on the internet and that he probably could help them. And I don't think that's wrong. I don't actually understand why you would be so mad about people getting money in other type of ways, especially if this is something that you love and you basically have a brotherhood with some of these dudes that you've been working with. You know, I guess you could say your employees when you had them employed when they was making money with you. I would want them people to go and make some money in other places. And I think this is the problem that we have in the culture. So I'm recognizing it a little bit. I'm going to let him talk more to see if that's really where he's going with it. But it sounds like a gatekeeper kind of situation. Like, yo, you don't know all the work I done put in. You don't know how hard this was. But you said out your own mouth that it's not the NBA. So it's not one person that can actually take claim to the situation. So I don't understand if he didn't address you, if he wasn't talking to you, he was just talking to battle rappers. Why are you so mad? Why did you get so mad eventually? But let's see.
I tweeted about Tay Rock and Ill Will today. Today, before your video. Cover something, talk about something, promote something, break some bread with somebody. That was the point that I made that you tried to hone in. I don't know if you're smart enough to you're definitely not smart enough to keep up with somebody like me. I see your history already from years and years and years and years and years and your trauma online. But for the slow people in the back, I'm not even talking to Hassan, the slow people in the back. When I got passionate and I said, when I go home with nothing and y'all are in the green, I'm talking about somebody that put work in. I'm talking about somebody that earned their keep, somebody that earned their opinion in here, whether you like it or not, somebody that paid their dues, somebody that invested, somebody that put money in, somebody that built in this motherfucker. That's what I'm explaining when I'm saying I took L's, AKA sacrifices. That's the point. You haven't even sacrificed your time, even for content. For battle rap. That's the issue that we have with the Hassan Campbells of the world that now got their Geechi take. That's the issue. Academics falls into the same fucking lane. I watch Academics every other day. Entertaining guy. Good resource for hip hop media the type of information and news that I follow. Joe Budden podcast, they get the pass. They cover battle rap. Go a month or two back before, they was talking about Hitman versus Mook, just from a battle rap standpoint. They've talked about my events. They've talked about my face-offs. They've talked about King of the Dot. They've talked about URL. They've talked about their own experiences. They go to battles. I've seen Joe Budden at battles before. Hell, he battled rap before. It was on his bucket list versus Hollow the Don, if you know. They get a pass. You pillage. You pillage. It's culture vultury. That's why people like you get called out. And I can't even call out my man Goods because he's one of us. You see,
I'm confused, man. I'm confused how this word culture vulture has just grown into something different. I thought culture vulture was somebody that's not of the hip hop community. You know what I mean? Taking advantage of it, making money off of it. I didn't think it would be a guy who's clearly a hip hop guy, who clearly has a hip hop background. He just doesn't have a battle rap background, which would make it a small niche, I believe. But does that mean that you're not battle rap because you don't battle, you don't go to the battle leagues all the time? What if you just watch that shit? Are you part of the culture then? It's really an interesting thing because now we're coming up with so many different terms. Matter of fact, we coming up with the same terms with different meanings. So let's see. Culture vulture is the derogatory term for someone who appropriates, exploits, or superficially adopts elements of a culture, such as fashion, music, art, or traditions. See, now, wouldn't battle rap be a subculture or subdivision of hip hop? If I'm not wrong. So I think, because you have all the elements of hip hop, I believe in battle rap. It's about the same, except it's a little different. You know, it's a little different, but we are doing the same thing when we battle rap. We're doing the same thing as when we get on a beat. It's just that it's no beat. Sometimes they do got battle raps with beats. So I don't know that you could be a culture vulture if you part of hip hop and you talking about battle rap and you having an opinion. I don't know. That one's kind of tricky right there.
Goods covered you, and I think Goods appreciated you shouting him out like that as far as the money and the success that they deserve because of the hard work that they put in, the pioneers that they are, and the talent that they possess. And I agree with that. But you don't know shit about business. And when you give a take like that, covering Geechi on your platform, when you've never fucked with battle rap or covered battle rap to my knowledge before, right? All you do is stir the pot. You stir the hornet's nest and you're not one of us. That's the issue. That's the take.
Is that the issue though? I don't know if that's really an issue if somebody's given way more exposure to a thing that's not exposed enough. I think that's the whole point. That the internet is huge, and he said you have 24 hours a day where you could be slamming content. You know what I'm saying? He has a point. Now, he might not know how to put that together, but you do. I think listening to both of y'all non-biasedly, I think y'all both need to combine and maybe y'all could work together and actually build this thing to a higher level. You know what I'm saying? That is a possibility. And I think that's what we need to stop doing as black people. We be tearing each other down. We think that, oh, this nigga can't talk to me because I did this, this, and that. That's the issue right there. It's the ego, both of y'all. Hassan, he act like he way bigger than he should be acting. You know what I'm saying? Because at one point you wasn't that. You had to work to get to where you at, and that shit could be erased overnight. So we gotta lower our egos. Everybody need to lower their egos. ARP, you talking crazy sometimes. I mean, I know you did your thing, but you said it. So did Hassan Campbell. Then you questioned the man's pockets. Y'all both need to bring it down a notch, and maybe y'all could talk about doing business together. Maybe it doesn't have to be about exploiting the battle rappers. You know what I'm saying? Maybe y'all can come up with a system where it would make sense, where both of y'all platforms can have battle rap and actually make sense and make money out of that shit together. Because why have one person who knows this and then one person who only knows this experience when y'all could just have both of y'all and mesh that shit together and make it work? I don't know. Maybe y'all need to holler at me too. Holler at me, because I definitely got a background in this shit as well.
That's the problem. I hope it didn't go over your head. Okay, let's move on. You had a piece in there when you mentioned some shit about what I would or I wouldn't say to your face without leaving with all of my teeth intact.
Here's the bullshit.
I've heard you say something like that before. It's right here. But before I even play this shit, it's been a very, very long time before I put like physical energy online. I ain't gonna break my streak. I don't have no physical problem with you, Hassan Campbell. I don't want to get into no fight.
I think if you watch Hassan Campbell enough, as you said, you watch him more than he probably watches you, you know that he's just trolling. He's trolling, and he was going to get the response that he wanted out of you. But I don't think Hassan ever got into a fight in the last, I don't know how long time since I've been watching him. It's just been talking on the internet and stirring shit up, like you said, stirring the pot. Hey, that's the content these days. That's what people is actually engaging in. Unfortunately. But it's always really been what people engage with. And it's not just black people. People try to make it seem like it's just black people that want the ignorant shit. White people watch ignorant shit all the time. They watch ignorant movies all the time. They watch violence. They be watching, sexual, crazy deviancy and all of that. They be all into all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just how people are wired. We all in a fallen state ever since the beginning of times, since Adam and Eve, or whatever you believe in, however you believe in, whatever story, how far you want to go back. but all the history books, it's mad violence, it's mad craziness, and this is just what humans are. We gotta try to do better. But yeah, violence, I don't promote that shit, especially at niggas like Hassan age. I think Hassan like 50 or some shit like that.
No shootout or no stabbing with you or nothing. Okay, like if you interpret, you know what? I'll save that piece. Let me just say this. If that was a teachable moment, if you were willing to listen, you should be more careful or more reserved about talking about violent shit in certain people's directions before you're even on a battlefield. I'm not on a battlefield with you. You don't know me well enough. I don't know you well enough either. Right? There's a reason why I don't put physical energy online. And I try to make it as far from a habit of mine as possible. So I'll cut my words right there. But you can assume what I would or I wouldn't do to somebody's face if I'm calling them a goof. You can sort that out within your own mind. I'm not going to answer it for you. And you do that occasionally. It's all good. Maybe it's just you. Maybe you mean it. Maybe you stand on everything. That's your life. Like, you know, I don't.
I mean, I told that nigga he got F by Bam. Like, nigga, if you would have said that, if he would have said that to me in front of my face, on camera or not on camera, he would have died on that camera.
Bro, you not like that, bro. Off the rip, bro, you not like that.
We all know that Hassan be trolling, man. You know that he be just talking sometimes, and he's very good at doing that. He's very good at getting underneath people's skin. So you just gotta roll with that shit, man. You gotta roll with that shit and laugh at that shit. I think life is funny. Life is funny. None of this shit is real serious to me. I don't take none of this shit serious. It's all entertainment.
All right. Let's get to this apology that's in the thumbnail. On a scale from 1 to 10, this is the sarcasm. I don't want it to be missed by anybody that's slow in the back. I like 6.5 out of 10 apologize to you. And here's why. I think the only thing I said in your direction, I think I called you a goof. Meaning the only thing that could have been like abrasive. I think that's the only thing. I'm not sure if there's anything else I said in that video like puts a name on you. You know, there's worse things in this world to be called a goof. I don't do the SMD thing. I don't do kids. I don't do none of that unless I feel like I'm gonna cross paths with somebody, and then I'm like in violation mode. So to trump some of that shit up online is lame. That's not my character. That's not what I'm known for, on and off camera. So I 6.5 out of 10 apologize if somehow my passion or my delivery or my tone or the word goof got to you in a way that made you feel like I was imposing a level of violence or physicality. I'm not. And I apologize if I was interpreted that way. I do. 6.5, 7 out of 10. Let's upgrade it. If somehow that comes off like I'm imposing myself on you on some like testing you as a man to where you got to physically defend yourself on the camera, I apologize. I'm not here to make a man feel like his back is to the wall physically, because if I'm going to do that, it's not going to be on camera in the first place, and the damn sure ain't going to be over something this stupid. Okay, so I apologize for that. But let's stick with the word goof for a second. I just want to see, as we get to know each other in these 1 or 2 videos, and then hopefully I go my way and you go yours. Okay, isn't that the best outcome, right? You get your content, I get mine. You talk your piece, you defend yourself, I defend myself. Your fans get to say fuck ARP, my fans get to say fuck Hassan Campbell, and then we go our own ways, right? This ain't gonna be no back and forth like you and Math. All right, this ain't that, right? Let's see.
Oh yeah, I forgot that him and Math went back and forth. That was crazy. That was probably one of the craziest back and forths, honestly. Math got disrespectful on them tracks, man. I don't even know if you could do that. Is that fair to be a battle rapper or a rapper and diss somebody that you know can't rap back to you, that's kind of cheating, right? That's cheating because there's nothing you could do. There's nothing the person can do unless they go. I mean, I guess the best thing they could do is go find another rapper that can out rap you. That's what I would do. I go find another person that's way better than you. If I didn't rap, but since I rap, I'm gonna just get back at you.
If you could at least understand why somebody else would call you the almighty goof. That's so bad. But do you understand why somebody would call you a goof? And I gave the examples. I gave the examples in the video of why, from the outside looking in, I could be wrong. I've watched you over the years and I said, not my type of guy. And then in that moment, based on your Geechi take, I said, goods, we ain't got no business listening to him. He's a goof. I want to know if you believe that there's any justification if somebody from the outside looking in could see goof or goof. I said goof troop too, my bad. I said two words at one point. I said goof troop. Tell me if I'm this horrible person, because I mentioned what you said in the room that you quoted as being filled with 100 people. 100 people behind the camera. You also threw in another twist that I caught. You said, and edited. Who you dealing with here? You don't know me very well. Chat, pay attention. Let's figure out if we feel like this is edited, if his words are rearranged, or if this is something that every man in this.
If I see that body come out the window, I guarantee you, I come outside, I live in this building, I'll come upstairs and fuck you up. Work to my mother, throw it again, I dare you. Throw that fucking bottle out the window while I watch.
Yo, this is always gonna be classic content, man. If I ever get to interview Hassan, if I ever interview this nigga, I gotta ask him, man, what was you doing, nigga? What was you doing? And did you really get shot? Did you really get shot? This was hilarious. If y'all never seen this, y'all gotta go see this, man. And I don't promote violence. I know he did get a gun wound as a result of this. But this shit was funny, and you gotta be honest, man. He was crashing out. I think he was drunk, but it was hilarious, bro.
Throw the bottle out the window while I'm watching.
Not to throw the bottle out the window. Throw the bottle out the window while I'm watching. Niggas throw the bottle right when he turns his back. That's hilarious. That is fucking hilarious. But why would you ever go to the projects? Hassan Campbell went to his old projects in Riverside. My bad, not Riverside. And I know he in the Bronx. I forgot what part of the Bronx he in, but part of the Bronx he was from. But he went to the projects, talking crazy. I think he was turned up over the Cassie situation with Diddy. And he was talking about his own situation. Y'all already know what his situation with African Bambaataa. But yeah, I guess he got shot. He got what he asked for.
Come downstairs. Come downstairs. Good, right? Keep it moving. Keep it moving. What's good, though? What's good, though? What's good, though? Don't throw it out the window. I ain't running.
Like, this is crazy activity, man. And a lot of dudes, I'll be honest, a lot of dudes in the projects do be asking for it. A lot of people in the hood do be asking for it. Especially when you act super tough, like nothing can happen to you. He's lucky that that's the only thing that happened. He's lucky he left there with his life. You know what I mean? And that's what I said earlier about emotional intelligence and about taking care of yourself, taking care of your body. Clearly, Hassan Campbell's not taking care of his body. Need to holler at my boy, man. My boy, he do the personal training and all that. He get you right. It get you right, Hassan. So whenever you get these words out, when people exchanging words with you, you be ready. You be ready to get it on. Like, you be ready to throw a couple combinations. Look at that. Look at that, bro. There's no way you're not fighting like that, nigga. I don't know what you, back in the day, you probably was totally different. You're an older man now, and you got to get that right, bro. Because that leads over to the brain. I can get all these podcasters, everybody online. Y'all holla at me, my man do the personal training for the physical part. I'll get you mentally, spiritually, and your eating and all that shit clean. Like, I'll get y'all on point. You know what I'm saying? Get your discipline up, all of that shit. For real. Y'all gotta holla at me, man. Definitely.
We got Poppy outside. Let's go. Let's go. What up, though? We got Poppy outside. What's good, though?
What you was gonna do if that guy didn't keep him moving? You was gonna stab him on your own live? That's kind of genius.
Don't throw it out the window and duck, nigga.
I don't think he was thinking. I mean, when we watching this situation, this wasn't just content. Like, you could tell. Look at the nigga's face. You could tell he was drunk. He was out of his mind. He was upset. And he was a victim. It's a lot of people out here that's victims. You know what I'm saying? And they don't know how to, as black people, a lot of us don't know how to process that shit. Because it's not a normal thing for black people to process trauma. We just keep going. We keep going. The best thing to do is to stay busy, go and get money. You gotta get money. If you don't get money, you're a fucking bum. You know what I mean? If you have emotions, you soft. So, like, even though I'm making fun of this shit a little bit, it's not that funny. Actually, a lot of us need healing. A lot of us got to process all the trauma that we went through. And the place to do it is not on the internet. It's not the internet. I'll be 100 with you. The internet doesn't need to know every single detail. The internet does not need to know everything about your life. You know what I'm saying? Some shit, it should be for you and maybe your family and maybe your therapist. For real. We hope that niggas like Hassan could get the right help and get their shit together. You know what I mean? I think he been talking to somebody over the years, though. From the time I've been watching him, it seemed like he's not crashing out as much.
Oh, I'm about to be good because I already know an arm gonna come out this motherfucker.
I don't need to play any more of that. I didn't say anything about you allegedly being shot. You did when you responded to my video saying you got shot, and then the morning after, you had $100,000 in your Cash App. Some people thought it was fake. Some people thought it was staged or real, and YouTube wiped away your tears for you or whatever. All right, a bunch of people Cash Apped you after you did that stunt or whatever. Cool, I'll take your word for it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. The real question leads back to, once again, if you saw me in that video, or we could be maybe I already know we're different, but I'm trying to see if you can identify with my goof troop statement. If you saw me on that video standing in the middle of the fucking projects, getting bottles and shit thrown at me from the fucking windows, putting a knife behind my back for regular civilians and passerbyers and shit, screaming up. I set up my tripod to record what? Would you call me a goof, or would you tell me I'm keeping it real and this is the most gangster thing you've ever seen online? Let's see if we can go 3 for 3. And after that, I'm done.
Nah, no cap. That shit definitely wild. Like, that was wild. I couldn't believe we was watching that. But I'll say this, man. We see people get murdered on live, especially these YNs. We see people go live and get murdered, man. Like, it's terrible to watch. But like I said, it's more about the mental health, the mental state, and the stability in the hood and the family. It really starts with the family too. You know, I'm talking about all foundational things. We talking about the foundation. It's the family, it's the health, whether that's working out, whether that's what you eat, drugs, addictions, you know what I'm saying? All of those things. Then there's other trauma on top of that. There's other trauma on top of that. Some people have been abused in different ways. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be by their family or the government. You know what I mean? By circumstances in life. So we dealing with a lot of heavy things. And I'll be honest, man, battle rap it is a lot of trauma in that shit too. So the tongue, as y'all know, pause, the things we speak come into our life. So that brings me to this. The shit that Geechi Gotti was speaking when he's battle rapping is producing in his life. It's not like he was like turning into a better person when he's rapping and he's saying real gangster shit. He's spitting gangster shit. And this is what happened. His life went in the way of being a gangster nigga. Bill collector, same thing. I think he got arrested like 2 days after Geechi Gotti. So I think we just got to do better. We got to elevate at some point, because it's not just about the people watching us. Well, it is about the people watching us too. The people watching us, we need them to get a good message, but we got to love ourselves first. You know what I'm saying? We got to love ourselves first. And that shit is not corny. I know a lot of people be thinking it's corny, like, oh, this nigga's on some positive shit. Oh, you know, nah, man. Do you want to feel good? Do you want to do good? Do you want to see new things? Or do you want to stay in the same fucking environment, stay in the same bullshit? Hassan Campbell left the hood and went back to the hood to talk to niggas in the hood, to address people in the hood. Why? Why do we care so much what everybody thinks? Why do we care so much about that shit? It doesn't make any sense. It's absolutely insane. We're the only ones that go backwards. Why are we getting to a higher level and then coming back down? Why do we want to stay stuck in certain frequencies? And when I'm speaking, I'm not just speaking about people I see. I'm talking about myself too. When I came to LA, I went to the hood. I wanted to see what the hood was like. I wanted to go to Compton. I wanted to go to Watts. I wanted to go to Inglewood. I wanted to go to Long Beach. All the stuff that I heard on the music, I wanted to identify it and see what it was like. And I did. And I met so many gang members. But I'm very grateful that I went to the bottom. I went to the bottom of the bottom. I met everybody, kind of figured out the landscape of things. And I worked my way up every single day, every single month, every single year. I could see the elevation in my life because I was intentional about that shit. You know what I'm saying? I literally was homeless at one point. You feel me? Homeless, sleeping in my whip, sleeping wherever I could, figuring it out. You know what I'm saying? Hustling, whatever I could hustle, whether it's nutcrackers. I was selling the nutcrackers. If y'all from New York, you know what the nutcrackers is. We had the drinks and all of that shit. I'm outside on Crenshaw, just running around to random people, riding on the bike, doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the smoke shops. I'm in the weed spots, all of that. Get to the weed, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm like, whatever I can hustle, I'm going to hustle. Because I don't know anything out here. I don't know nobody. I'm just trying to figure it out. But I just say, we as a people, we got to do better. All this back and forth, man, it's entertaining. But I would love for it to be entertaining. And then on the other side of it, everybody squashes shit and we actually talking and we doing good business, just like the other cultures. The other cultures is doing that shit. They can do that. They can talk shit to each other, and behind closed doors, them niggas is friends and they laughing and they splitting bread. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, these niggas really think we got something out for each other. When we really making money and we making our community better. We making our families better. While everybody else watches. You know what I'm saying? But we still got to give substance at the same time.
This is my last question. So you ended your video, Mr. Hassan, by saying, oh, y'all mad at me, oh, blah, 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 but Geechi, he's robbing pills and was taking shit from somebody sick. Well, how smart is he? I'm paraphrasing, okay? In case I don't want it to go over your head. I'll use the word I'm paraphrasing. Yeah, but I'm the one that's home, going home to my children, and he's the one in jail. I get that. The decisions that we make can absolutely rip us away from our family and our loved ones. So you're saying that Geechi's stupid for putting himself in a situation that's opposite from you, which is when you get to go home and be with your kids, right? That's the point you just made. That's how you closed out your video. Put it in the comments. That's how you closed out your video. But this is you.
I don't want to meet nowhere. Pull up in front of my house. Matter of fact, you ain't even got to pull up in front of my house. Pull up in front of the motherfucking precinct and let's bang out. Right down the block. You know where it's at. You studied my whole neighborhood. Or pull up in front of the Kmart and let's bang out and let's do it on camera. I throw my life away and you throw your life away right now. Right now. Let's do it for the camera. Right now. And if you win, I'll make sure I got like $70,000 in my pocket. If you body me, you can take the money. Right now. I hate you, nigga. Let's die. Right now. Pull up because you're familiar with this town. Let's go right now. Matter of fact, you know what? I got $70,000 right now. You pull up at Kmart. You ain't even got to come to my house. We go to Kmart. If you could get if you pull up, and whatever one of us is standing, the other one go to jail, the other one die. I hate you that much.
Yo, this kind of content though, we gotta know that this shit is fake. We gotta know that this shit is fake, and it's not good content. The people that's watching it, the kids that's watching it, getting the wrong idea. That might be emulating this kind of personality, this type of energy, getting on, what's that? Clubhouse, Whack 100s, and all of that. Adam 22s. Yo, it's disgusting, man. I hope that kids grow up understanding that shit is like wrestling. That it's not real. Some of it's real. Some of it is from a real place, but it's content. It's not the best content. It's garbage content. I think all of this shit started, if I really had to think about it, I think it started with Jerry Springer, man. I would say that's where that was the golden age where that shit really started picking up and people started making trash content. Jerry Springer, Maury Show, all of that. You know what I mean? And then ever since there, just kept going. Now you got baddies and bad girls, this and just fake reality TV shows, like reality TV shows where all of that shit is fake. We know that shit is not real. We know it's scripted, but people still love to watch it and pretend like, oh yeah, this is dope. Let me watch these people's lives. We just got obsessed with not living life and watching life. So, you know, you got a lot of people making shit up. So my question is that so much different than someone who's writing a script? Is that so much different than battle rap? Because battle rap, you're writing some shit. A lot of these dudes, that's not their real life. That's not what they're really going through. Sometimes they're talking about a person and making up a narrative. It's not real. It's rehearsed. They memorize it. Which is better is the question. Which is better? What ARP is doing and saying he's a real nigga, or what Hassan Campbell does and say he's a real nigga? I think both of this shit is kind of on the same level. I think y'all actually cancel each other out, to be honest. From a non-biased standpoint, don't hate my opinion. It's just my opinion. I think it's the same. I think all of this shit is the same. It's not like battle rappers is sitting there telling you how to change your diet, how to change your view in life, and how to be smarter and start watching affirmations. And you know what I'm saying? Like, battle rap ain't about that. So yeah, Hassan Campbell might have dirty content, but I don't think battle rap is like, yo, this shit is amazing. Like, I changed my life listening to this rapper.
Fuck you. Bitch ass nigga. And whoever got that mic in the background, turn that shit off. I don't want to meet nowhere. Pull up in front of my house.
Because the echo is just as important as you ready to die tonight. So you're on a stream with 1, 2, 3, 4 other people. God knows how many people watching. And you're talking about organizing a bang out live on camera. Let's die. And I'm gonna have some money in my pocket. Let's pull up to the Walmart. What you're thinking about you being this stellar, upholding, smart guy to get home to your children when you said that, what you just put on Geechi? Geechi ain't never run off his mouth like that online. They ain't never do no shit like that. Because if he did, I'd call him a goof.
So that's what I don't get. It's like Geechi never did that online. But I mean, that's what the content is when it comes to battle rap. Like, niggas be killing too many people and doing so many things to people's family members and just gruesome shit that I'll be hearing. I actually had to stop listening to some of the shit because I used to fuck with battle rap heavy. I used to fuck with battle rap heavy back in the day. I think up until maybe like 2016, 2017 was kind of where I dropped off with it. I'm just not, it's just not the same anymore. It don't have the same passion in me. And I just think too many people do it. It's not special. Everybody's like copying each other's styles and shit like that. But I'll be honest, man, like when I think about it, you can't say one person is a goof that's online saying all of these things to each other. That's negative and talking about violence and yo, show up here and we both die. But then you hear a man that's grown talking about I'm gonna cock this gun and then put you. It's the same shit. I don't see how that shit is not the same shit. I feel like it's the same shit. So you can't say one is cool and one's not cool. How you say that? Do you hear the stuff that they be saying, ARP? Do you even listen to the battles? Do you listen to Smack's battles? Like, because last time I checked, man, we could pull something up right now. And I've seen actual battles that end up bad where people fight. You know what I'm saying? So it's not the best, like, we got work to do, man. Basically, we got work to do. And I think this is a good teachable moment. As black people, it's always easy for us to sit here, point fingers at somebody else. I'm pointing fingers at y'all, right? But I'm accountable that I'm not perfect. You feel me? I'm not perfect. I still got shit to work on. The fact that I'm watching and entertaining this means that I'm not perfect, that I like sometimes watching. I like watching negative content at times. I do. That's my one little desire. Like people that know me, that know what I'm about, know what I preach, they don't be thinking I'm on that type of time. But nah, I watch that shit sometimes because that's what I came from. I came from the culture. I came from rapping and then battle rapping. And I seen the Smack DVDs. You know, I remember when it was Smack DVD. Like I said, I remember Fight Club. I remember random one-off spots having the battle raps. I remember the battle raps being on the radio. Niggas calling in and getting their lyrics off. I was one of them. Cassidy, the Cassidy era. Like I was a huge Cassidy fan. We ain't never heard no shit like that in New York. Like the way he pieced up his bars. Niggas don't give him the credit that's due. But yeah, Cassidy's one of them ones. He's one of them dudes. But what was I saying? I was just saying, yeah, all of this shit be negative, man. A lot of this shit be negative. The positive part about it is that niggas are making money. Now, if we could take that money and invest it in things that is actually good and also make the balance. We need to make the balance to where we're putting out the dirty content. There's niggas putting out dirty content, but they're actually doing things that are good too and putting out good content at the same time, balancing it out. Because the world is about balance. This shit is never going to be all positive until Jesus come back. For real.
I'd be like, Geechi's a goof. And if that was me, I would expect y'all to call me a goof. So with you doing the type of shit that those are the examples that I gave in my video that you responded to. So now that we watch them in front of us, am I justified for calling you a goof, or am I just, I'm a bad person for calling you a goof behind those 3 pieces of footage that we just watched? I'm the bad guy, right? All right, I was just checking. Enjoy your night.
Don't confuse silence with work ethic. I'm a boss making decisions, my first fetish. The verse cherished is perfect, that's a reverse blemish.
All right, we about to play some music, man. I'm about to get into some music with y'all. Let's get into some music. Where's that shit at, man? Let's see what we got for y'all. Shout out to everybody that's still locked in. Give me a second, y'all. Trying to figure this joint out. Tab audio window. There we go. All right, boom. Now we got it. Let's get to the music, man. Let's get to the music, man. I know some of y'all don't know that I make music, but yeah, I definitely do. Is this shit working? Hold on. How the hell did we get that shit popping? Where the fuck is Let's see if this joint is working. Fuck is it at, man? All right, we gonna stop that. We gonna stop all of that. Cause I don't know how the fuck to do that joint. Also share your audio system. There we go. I think I got it now. Let's try it again. Just to be alive, just to see the views. You know what I'm saying? It's the simple things. Cause there's a lot of crazy things going on right now, man. So many promises I broke cause I had to get the dough. The devil trying to get my soul, I won't let him know. The new age is on approach, burning sage and doing hopes that hanging fruit got you low like a head of bones. Focusing on self had me distant from God. The devil try to trick you, mimicking the image of God, trying new practices. They stem from demonic stars. They all smile in your face, trying to rip apart your heart. So much comfort in the dark. Is that trauma really high? Stop feeding your ego evil. Now you feeling like that guy. I get bitches my reply. When they attack, I laugh. If insecurity coming, then I be running to that glass. Looking at women with no limit like Percy. Every day you sinning, but pray for God's mercy. I'm a Christian certainly, but don't go to church. I mean, that ain't for everybody. And Sundays don't really work for me. We all lazy with open portals, abandoned malls. A life full of mistakes, but you swear someone hating on you. Wait for tomorrow, but today it might end. So lock in with the Lord and understand that you blessed. What's the point of getting? Hey, yo, shout out my man Ray Sean Will. Numbers don't lie. Original. You know what I mean? He was there from the beginning, from the start. We've been in some talks, you know what I'm saying? And we about to get back to it. I'm gonna just let this shit play. I ain't even gonna say too much to y'all. All this worldly success, if it costs your soul, y'all really think y'all getting money, man? Y'all gotta be promises I broke, cause I had to get the dough. The devil trying to get my soul. I won't let them know. The new age is on approach. Don't worry, you bringing this truth back. It's that realness.
In order to level up, I had to go through some things. Stop hanging around with peasants. My initiative is kings. I don't let nobody touch me. That's an energy exchange. And some of you ain't sturdy. Got poison in your brain. I was driven by the pain. No love in this game. Used to sidestep. Now go hard in the lane. A broken kid turned out to be a golden big. God's favorite. You wouldn't understand this shit. Tap your neighbor. Never say goodbye. See you later. If I'm distant, that's cause of the toxic shit you cater. I'm an alpha, you a beta. I'm a leader, you a hater. Now they try to play us cause I'm closer to the savior. Correct your behavior, then watch how you weigh up. Faithful and obedient, I don't just say stuff. See, I had to wake up, pray on the wake up. At first I was sad, me in the streets had to break up. I'm blessed, we ain't make up. I'm on a different stride, somebody didn't wake up. I'm blessed to be alive.
Blessed by God.
Blessed by God.
Yeah. That right there is Blessed by God. Make sure y'all go check that joint out. It's out now on Spotify, Apple Music, all the joints, YouTube Music, all that shit. Me and Ray Sean Will, Youngness, Ray Sean Will. Just wanted to let y'all get a little sample, you know, a little something. I know some of y'all don't know that I make music, but we really about to get active real soon. We'll talk about that later. But make sure y'all go back, check the whole video, tap in. We'll be back real shortly. You already know, Numbers Don't Lie Network. Like, subscribe, hit that Cash App if you didn't already. We about to have a lot more things coming through. I'm going to bring a lot of guests on and all of that.